Hi everyone, my name is Laura Davies and I am a student recruitment coordinator here at the University of Cambridge working with the Cambridge Foundation Year. This short talk is on understanding your eligibility for the Foundation Year. So first up, who is eligible for the Cambridge Foundation Year? The Cambridge Foundation Year has essentially been created for students that have experienced educational disadvantage or disruption, and therefore they don't meet our usual academic entry requirements for the University of Cambridge. There are a few examples of educational disadvantage or disruption on the screen right now. These can include lots of other different examples as well, which I'm sure you'll get to see a couple of later, which include things like having late diagnosis of a special educational need, being on universal credit or free school meals, amongst lots of other things too. So in order to be eligible, we need you to meet one or more criteria from two or more categories. Now, our criteria fall into three different categories that you can see on the screen right now. These are individual characteristics, family characteristics, and school/college characteristics. You'll see a screenshot of our website in a second where you can find out lots more information about these categories and the eligibility criteria within them. But if you ever have any questions, then feel free to contact us. So our eligibility criteria can be found under the eligibility tab on our website. There are lots of different criteria, so please do take some time to read through some of these. You may be more eligible than you think you are. If you ever need any clarification, then please feel free to get in contact with us and we'll be happy to talk through your situation. So this is just a screenshot on the screen, but if you were to scroll down, you would see all of the different criteria listed, split into those three different categories that I just mentioned on the previous slide. There also is a really wonderful PDF document that goes through every single criteria, the details behind it, and also the evidence that we will require in order for you to prove that you hit that eligibility criteria. This is really important and it's a really important part of the application process. So it's a really useful idea to go through this at an early stage, understand your eligibility and understand the evidence that you will need to submit. So I thought it would be useful to go through a couple of examples. These are very simple examples, but these are obviously not based on real life students. I would really suggest checking the website to check if you're eligible, but hopefully this puts it in some kind of context for you. So our first example is Cameron. So Cameron currently lives in East London, where he's studying A-level history, BTEC business. Overall, he's predicted 136 UCAS points. Cameron's been a young carer for his mum, who has a chronic health condition, and because of this, he's had to study part-time alongside his caring responsibilities, and therefore he's had to delay completion of his qualifications. Cameron also attends a school with very poor attainment. So from Cameron's example here, the fact that he is a young carer and has had to delay his completion of his qualifications due to studying part-time means that he would hit criteria in category 1. Cameron also attending a school with very poor attainment means that he would also hit criteria in category 3. This means that Cameron meets one or more criteria from two or more categories, as he meets one in individual characteristics and school or college characteristics, and therefore Cameron would be eligible for the Cambridge Foundation Year. Our next example is Melissa, who currently lives in Wales and is studying an Access to HE qualification at her local college. Now, Melissa fell pregnant at 16 and had to leave school because of this. She's currently living alone and completes her college qualification whilst her mum babysits in the evenings. She's currently receiving universal credit and she's recently been diagnosed with dyslexia by her tutor at her college. So the things that are important in Melissa's example is that she had to leave school at 16 after falling pregnant, which therefore means that she hits criteria in category 1, which is becoming a parent whilst in education. She's currently receiving universal credit, which comes under category 2, which is family characteristics. And she's recently been diagnosed with dyslexia, which comes again under category 1, which means that Melissa hits one or more criteria from two or more categories, as she hits criteria in category 1, individual characteristics, and category 2, family characteristics, and therefore Melissa would also be eligible for the Cambridge Foundation year. That brings us to the end of this very short and quick eligibility video. Hopefully this has given you lots of information that has been useful for you. I would really suggest checking out our website to understand a bit more about your eligibility and our eligibility criteria. And again, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with us.